We're coming at you from the most famous Palapa in El Cajon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with Punk Rock Food Drive. What's up? Why am I talking like I'm on KPBS? KPBS, welcome.
Let's get into the dirt. What's been happening with you?
You hooked me up with a shirt?
You look great in it.
You've got the Punk Rock Food Drive. Is that a new hat?
This is it's a new hat. I finally had to change out my old one. It was too grimy.
It was pretty well worn.
I was told it wasn't a good marketing look, despite the miles and years that it had on it. Having a hat that pops makes people want to buy them better potentially. So I switched hats a month ago. I got a new hat now.
It stands out. It's black and white, dude. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong with that. You guys are on your way to 91X to talk with Tim Piles, and you stop by the Palapa.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So I asked you, and I want to know, so how long did you have this Palapa before you started podcasting in it?
So we'll pan to the outside view of the Palapa over there on the GoPro. This Palapa was built probably about a year before I started the podcast. It was originally like a gazebo, so imagine like all of it enclosed in with lattice. You know what lattice is? Like the fencing.
For sure.
And it's just a lot more utilized, dude. I put in the birds of paradise, and
they are very nice.
Good look.
And it was, I've mentioned this before, it was my brother's idea to have the podcast. You should have some people under here, local musicians, because I play in a shitty local punk rock band. So, no, just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Ready, Set, Survive is the best.
It's important to know that you're in the best band in the world if you're going to be in a band. So I'm sure the rest of the guys know that you know that.
Yeah, totally. We'll talk about Parade of Horribles. We'll talk about Wind Rhythm, of course. But let's start off with Punk Rock Food Drive, dude. 13th annual. 13th. On the 13th. It just worked out fucking perfectly.
And the doors open at 1300. It's all coming together.
Yep, they do.
There's going to be a lot more than 13 people there.
Yeah, there
Hopefully.
will. Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's really hard to gauge and tell who's going to be there and who's ready to come out and who isn't. And but we're excited to be doing it again for real. We did a little secret one last year, so it was kind of invite only, the night of Purple Tear. So it's nice to have the world open enough to be able to do this again.
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
Right. The COVID year, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys still did it, though, and some people showed up, so mad props to you.
And we raised, 8,000 meals?
8,000 meals, yeah.
So it was
a little lighter, but it was just important to us to do something. Yeah. So it really just turned into a lot more of a food drive in terms of, like, I had barrels all over North County for, like, a month, just trying to gather food in preparation for the show day, which is kind of how it is anyway. It's all just a campaign, there's barrels at salons and breweries, and a lot of people just kind of gather food. And so that's one of the things we encourage people to do is, if you can't make the show or you don't know if you're gonna, you could collect food all this week. And we've got at punkrockfood.com, we've got a little flyer you could slap on a bin and just say, we're collecting food here.
Or donate there if people want to just donate. There's a spot to link to donate directly to us or directly to the food bank too.
If you can't make the show Saturday, but of course we want to see you there, right? At
absolutely.
Legacy
again.
Brewing. And who are the bands?
So we got.
I've got a list of the fucking bands.
I know.
Urethane headlining. They just they're fresh off their show with Pennywise.
For sure, yeah.
Incredible. I was texting Chad about that, and that's just so great.
The Chad, Dylan, and Tim band.
Yeah.
Great guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm super stoked. We saw them out at Punk Rock Bowling, and they had a great time, and it was good to see them.
And of course, they've got this other member, Steve Caballero, in that band.
Yeah, I've heard of Steve.
He's helping them out a little bit, I think, right?
For sure, yeah.
So they're headlining, right? They're playing last?
Yeah, they're playing last. There is a little after party. So basically, we go music in the parking lot till 10 with a big stage out there, and we just kind of cordon off the whole front parking lot at Legacy, and then we're going to have like 18 vendors out and just food and beer out there, and so there'll be 10 bands outside and then a little after party inside with a band called Hip Priest, which is the fall tribute. So kind of like some new wave stuff inside, I guess, for the after party. But
that's how you did it the last time we talked. You had the Bad Religion cover band inside, right?
Yeah, Generator in there. So
yeah,
I mean, something about like just some like a cover band at the end of the night. It's just it's easy to digest and just kind of something to do while people are cleaning up outside, and then we're kind of It's a soundtrack for us to get the edge off and like gather our thoughts and be like, we did it again. That was it, So
how much time goes into planning this thing?
It's like a 2 to 3 months of active organization and planning.
Searching for donations and kind of everything else we do.
This year was a little harder, like in the course of like leading up to 2019 and 2018, like things were kind of starting in May, because what would happen is we'd be out at Punk Rock Bowling in May, and we'd meet people who would eventually play the show. Like that's how we met Last Gang, and it was just through meeting people they'd eventually be booked and show up. So it used to be a little longer of a kind of like planting seeds, meeting people, like kind of a networking endeavor.
Right.
And this year it was a little more cobbled together and quick. And so it's just mostly mostly like a local show, and then we got Urethane to headline. But there's, I don't know, like the way we book the bands, it's like we try to get a pretty good mix of kind of genres and styles, and we try to make sure we're just booking bands we love.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's cheating or like you're supposed to care more about everyone else wants to hear. But like after 2019 was the kind of ideal bill for us. We're like, all these bands are bands we love, and we had people from all over, San Francisco bands, Vegas bands.
We got a San Francisco band this time though too.
Yeah, we do for sure.
Who's from San Fran?
No Captains.
No Captains, yeah.
Okay.
I always want to call them a 2-piece band, but they're not 2-piece, they're 3-piece, but they're really cool.
It's bass and drums and a female singer, and she's like she's like Janis like the energy of the electricity of Janis Joplin comes out of Alex when she sings, and it's pretty great to see.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and Lowbrow is kind of a San Francisco, Sacramento, Orange County.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Hodgepodge band now, so they're all over the place.
I don't think that's bad at all that you guys are booking bands that you like. I feel like that's what promoters, you guys are like the promoter, I'd say, right? That's kind of what they do, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You make connections, and you guys are obviously in a punk rock band too, so it works out. Are you guys the founding members of Punk Rock Food Drive? I think we've talked about that before, right? Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, it's Jason and I, and initially it was our friend Dan, who we were all three in a band together. And he kind of came up with the idea after just listening to some NPR podcast stuff, and he was talking about food banks.
NPR,
and just like the food banks and the lack of food that they have there, and just how much they're always needing help of just getting stuff to provide for people.
Totally.
And so yeah, he was like, "Hey, let's do a food drive kind of thing." We did it the first time, and we were all like, "That was cool, but we could do better." And then so we just kind of kept it going from there. We just did year 2, year 3, and obviously now year 13.
Fuck, dude. So cool. Do you remember that initial idea, that initial thought? Who's taking credit for it? That, hey, we're in a punk rock. Let's get people together. Let's do a food drive. Do you remember that moment when you guys thought of it?
Yeah, it was Daniel and us, and he said, we've got this show booked at Leucadian. Let's collect food. And it was like, I think that was May. That was one of the spring ones. Mm-hmm. And then by the time November came around, we were like, let's do it a little better, and we'll start trying to get raffle prizes. And it just became like we'd raise like half a barrel of food or a barrel of food, which is like 50 to 100 pounds of food. And then it was like, well, let's start making money. Let's do raffles and just that kind of thing. And like, I remember it was exciting and electric. And I was like, he's like, "What'd you do today?" I was like, "I was labeling cans." "What do you mean?" I just took a bunch of labels that say Punk Rock Food Drive and put them on a bunch of cans. And now I have, I had 12 cans that said Punk Rock Food Drive on it. It was just like a little marketing thing in it. But it was like the best thing I came up with to do that day, to be like, yeah, we're really doing this.
Makes you feel good about yourself, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
I mean, totally selfless.
Yeah.
And it's a great message for other bands. Like, I challenge other bands locally to do something like that.
I agree with you.
That's a Chris Mazzola tagline right there. What do you think about Punk Rock Food Drive? What's the message for you?
I mean, it's always been, for me, it's just been, if everybody you knew did one thing for somebody else, we'd live in a completely different world, And that's kind of one of the things I've always talked about and expressed that I would love for other bands. And it doesn't have to be a food drive. It could be anything, and other bands could do something that they're passionate about or whatever to help other people out.
You mentioned 6,000 pounds last year, right? 6 to 8.
No, 8,000 meals. So like,
I'm sorry, 8,000 meals.
Yeah,
and that was a low number.
Yeah, that's a low number
for the COVID situation.
Yeah,
obviously.
Usually we're doing like
that's crazy
20 to 23,000 meals. So I mean,
wow,
the way that works out, like $1 is 5 meals. So, I mean, typically for like a normal year food drive, we'll raise around $3,000 for the food bank and like 2,500 pounds of food. So then there's some other food math that goes into determining how much a meal is. Like a meal is like 1.75 pounds of food or something like that.
And that was one of the reasons why we started raising funds as well, because as we started talking to the food bank, I mean, they have connections. They're able to buy food as well, and they're able to get a lot more for the money. If we give them money, they get a lot more food for that, and they're able to help more people. So that was one of the driving forces behind deciding that, we should do the raffles, we should sell T-shirts, we should give them money as well instead of just the food.
That's awesome. North County Food Bank, correct?
Yeah, North County Food Bank is actually run by San Diego Food Bank. Yeah,
it is?
Yeah, Jacob and Cushman San Diego Food Bank, they have just another warehouse up in North County.
Cool.
So, I mean, it's North County, it's San Diego. What basically happens is they have a giant warehouse that is kind of like a grocery store for about, 100 to 200 nonprofits in the area who, whatever they need for their mission and core focus, they go there and get the food they need.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then they also hand out boxes and stuff too. So if someone's like in need of food, they're able to go to the food bank and like a day, or I think it's a weekly box. It's like 70 pounds worth of food or something. Or
incredible.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys rock, man. I fucking love it, dude. Who's sponsoring this year? I saw Slab, Riot Scene. Is it on this sheet?
I might have missed it on there. I better doctor that up. So Celaboratory, Riot Scene, and Soundspeed Records.
Soundspeed Records was the third, yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you worked with Slab a lot?
They've been at most of our...
they have?
Yeah, they've been at most of ours that they can vend, and I want to say like the 9th annual, they sponsored that one.
Right.
So they presented that one when we were out at Iron Fist in Vista back then.
Very cool.
But yeah, we've worked with Trent for a long time.
They do some amazing stuff for the local scene. I mean, they're bringing in some amazing headliners to all these punk rock shows. So it's cool for them to get involved and help you guys out, man.
Yeah, it was a slam dunk this year. I was a little worried they were just at Knotfest this weekend, and sometimes things could get busy, but Trent was just kind of one of the first slam dunk sponsors get right back to me and said, "Yeah, we're in, absolutely."
That's sick.
Yeah, they were booked for 2019, but something happened where he wasn't able to come out and vend. So so it'll be good to see him again and have him out there for sure.
Yep.
I'm just curious, in the past 13 years, has there ever been like a over-the-top generous donation that you can think of from someone, or are you still awaiting that?
There's been a few, yeah.
Silent or?
We kind of knew.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had one on our year 3. On year 3, we had $1,000 donation that came in.
Pitching.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And
that was Daniel. So we did the first 2 food drives together.
Oh, that was Daniel?
Yeah. And then we kind of broke up, and we had some tough times communicating about what the future of it would look like, and then we kind of kissed and made up. And then that year that we did that, there was just some catharsis and some some words said to each other that make you feel better about what the future might bring.
Yeah,
and
that was super cool.
Sure. And he donated that year $1,000, and I was like, "Are you sure? Did you mix up a zero? Are you all right?"
There's 3 zeros in there, cool. Daniel. Are you sure
really
about
cool.
that?
It was great. It was super welcomed, and it was awesome.
Rad. Elon Musk hasn't stepped in and donated 100 Teslas or anything like that. Okay.
I mean, fingers crossed.
Time,
it can happen. It definitely can happen.
Yeah, I just auto post our stuff to Twitter, so I should probably start tagging him more and stuff. And just pressing him. He's not busy enough. He needs to be hounded.
Nixon this year. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Nixon. My buddy has a friend who works for Nixon, and I guess they refurbish watches. Oh yeah. And sometimes they'll just repackage them, sell them a little cheaper, and they're gonna do 20 of those and repackage them and donate them towards the raffle. So everyone will know what time it is.
There you go.
Perfect.
Rad.
That's very cool. Anything I missed regarding Punk Rock Food Drive?
Yeah, we could just go through the bands real quick. I mean, we didn't shout them all out. Why don't you do some of that, Chris?
Oh, I mean,
who's playing?
Everybody's playing. Not everybody. But okay, so we got Urethane, Strike 12, Lowbrow, No Captains, Death of California, us, Parade of Horribles, because we're kind of narcissists, I guess. And we
Parade of Horribles.
We want to play our own show.
That's your punk rock band. And what's next for you guys? What are you guys working on? Anything?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have any shows lined up, but we've got an album to release pretty quick here. It's pretty much done, wrapped up, and mastered, and we're just waiting on probably just duplication of it and get that out there.
We're doing some serious label shopping right now.
Yeah, Fat Records, here we come.
Yep.
Parade of Horribles, check them out.
Yeah.
Rad band.
Yeah,
Thank you.
worth checking out. The new EP is going to be it's pretty
It's
good.
going to be a banger for sure.
It's good. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, but it's all about Punk Rock Food Drive. It's all about running a charity.
That's about spreadsheets for my spreadsheets.
I got spreadsheets.
It should be.
I got spreadsheets to track my spreadsheets.
You know, you mentioned that last time 2 years ago, bro. You guys were on. You mentioned
we were
that.
writing. You must have been writing it. Yeah.
Are you serious though?
Yeah.
Okay, you're punk rocking. You're writing about spreadsheets. Legit.
That's from track 2, doing the work.
503Bs and what is it? What's the text?
501c3.
501c3.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 more on here. I don't want to miss these guys. So we got Lucid Dreams also, and Blind Mountain Holler is going to be kicking it off. And then also the after party will be Hit Priest. It's going to be a fall tribute.
Cool. The fall tribute. Fucking A.
So other than that, Punk Rock Food Drive, Saturday, November 13th, starts at 1, or doors at 1, music at 2.
At Legacy.
And it's all ages, 16 and under get in free. Just come out. It's family friendly, dog friendly. It's a brewery, you know? They'll let you do anything there as long as people are safe.
Kids can drink. They don't give a fuck. You don't even have to show your ID for beer. Be there. No, just kidding.
Just a big trough. Everybody just sticks their face in the trough and drinks beer.
We love Legacy. They did the Palapalooza beer a while back, and Drew is the master brewer up there, right?
Yeah.
He's still there, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe. So it's $10 to get in, and then if you bring some food, we just ask for like a few cans of food. Like minimum, we'll give you a raffle ticket for free. We encourage you to bring as much food as you can to donate for our hungry neighbors, but also and then buy a ton of raffle tickets because there's so much. That's kind of like what the food drive is like the part that takes months is just gathering raffle donations and kind of soliciting.
We try hard on that, because we want to have cool prizes. We usually do about 25 or 30 like prize pack kind of things where there's just a bunch of different stuff. And there might be gift certificates or T-shirts or all kinds of stuff.
It's a good little hodgepodge.
A Nixon watch, maybe.
Tattoos.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what the Nixon watches will go in the prize packs like that.
Okay.
I work at Trader Joe's. They're going to donate. I don't even know how many. We haven't figured it out, but they're going to donate a bunch of like pre-made like gift bags and stuff. So that'll be all raffled off. And
yeah, dude.
A bunch of. I can't even. What else do we have? We have a bunch of shit.
Show up there Saturday and find out what kind of shit they have.
I've got
surfboard,
a $65 blue agate crystal that helps with communication.
Really?
My hypnotherapist is going to donate some time if you want to get some hypnotherapy.
Got it all.
Yeah. It's a little bit of everything.
There's a surfboard coming this year too, right?
Surfboard's coming, yeah. So we'll have some things for auction too.
Auction item, yeah.
That's right. I think you guys had a surfboard last time, right?
Yeah, we usually do. Yeah, Jason's.
My buddy Mike Huron, who works for Color Dream Glass. I want to say it's Color Dream Glass. I might be messing that up, but he's a shaper and he just shapes and glasses boards all day. And that last one from 2019 was a crazy collaboration where the artwork came from a different person. Like all these surf guys were just collaborating, and the people I work with at my work all pitched in to, I think it was like $1,000 by the time they bought the board. Right. And it's in my office all the time because everybody surfs but me. And there it is. And they're like, when are you going to take this thing out? I'm like, I've never taken that thing out.
That's cool. Fender's here chilling. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. What's up?
Is that your same dog from last time we were here?
Same dog.
Oh, okay.
Our little Mexican rescue. Fender
Nice.
here.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Right on, pup.
You, this must have kind of led you to meet a lot of new people too, huh? And sort of collab and
absolutely, yeah.
And not that you're interested in this, but it kind of helps with your band too, right? Helps you get your band out there a little bit too, right?
A little bit, but
maybe.
we don't really do much pushing.
I know
as
you
far
guys
as
are
that
selfless,
goes.
dude. For sure.
We play the show for sure because we like to play. But I mean, I don't know. As far as when we meet people and stuff like that, if it's in the punk rock food drive realm or whatever, that's pretty much all we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, most people don't know we're in a Raging Two-Piece
It's kind of
band.
like this. Like, I swear to God, I hardly ever bring my band up.
Yeah.
I just feel weird. Like, I feel it makes me feel like I'm doing it just to, like, promote my band or something, which is not the fucking case.
Exactly.
As you guys know.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with us, too.
Same, yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
And it's,
a big thing for the
Shout out Ready, Set, Survive.
There they are. Hey, best band in San Diego. Like, the thing I've noticed a lot, like, pushing this stuff and trying to, I don't know, stare at a rectangle and get grown adults to show up at a place you're going to be at a certain time or day or whatever. Like, it's painful at times. But so the thing is that marketing and modesty don't mix.
Right.
And I think we push the modesty part more than the marketing part. So if you're looking to, take over our social media real cheap and, blow this thing up, we'll buy the detonator.
If you're looking to help a great cause, yeah, reach out to these guys for sure. I mean, I don't want to get into specifics about finances with you guys, but I certainly hope you're breaking even. But you're probably not, huh?
No, we are
you
now.
in the hole a bit?
So I mostly, between us, like we all bankrolled it. I'm not saying like this is a secret. Like between our wallets, like yeah, we bankrolled it for like a decade, and then in 2019 we became a nonprofit. So we're 501c3 now, and so we just went out to Punk Rock Bowling, and we're a nonprofit vendor out there, and it was awesome to be able to use the corporate bank account to pay for the room and pay for the gas and
all the partying, all the after parties,
all the power strips and the duct tape.
The shit people don't think about.
The printing, everything.
The printing,
for
and that was in 2019.
Well, that was 2019 when we became a nonprofit. Yeah.
Why did it take you so long?
Because I was being a pussy about it.
Okay. Was it just a daunting task?
And mostly it was because we've had a really good relationship with the food bank for a long time, and so I don't know, they were kind of like, yeah, just you can basically people can donate in the name of the food bank, and so as far as that went, it was really easy just to have people basically donating to the food bank
directly to them.
Yeah. And
I wrote up all the mission statement stuff and started investigating it like 8 years ago, so it just been kind of sitting there, and I just wasn't ready to do it, and then.
You did it though.
And then
so essentially this is probably like our first year of actually being like,
this is the first real one where we've had the nonprofit status,
and not having to completely fund it out of your pocket.
Yeah, essentially.
I would say the main benefit of the nonprofit is the tax write-offs, right?
Yeah, it's for the raffles and auctions, the sponsorships, like all that stuff. Like we could have been getting sponsorships the whole time, but I just I don't know, I'm just really bad at that part of the organizing part. I'm good at let's just try and get as much food as we can, and I'm going to go drop a barrel over. I'm like a kindergartner playing with cans of food.
Huh?
A little bit. I mean,
here you are. You're going to 91X after. You guys get out there.
We try, yeah. And the Punk Rock Bowling was great, too, because we met so many people out there and talked to a ton of bands. And
that was cool.
I sold a bunch of wind chimes. That was cool. And then all the money we donated, so that was cool.
Stoked. He sold like 5 wind chimes the first day, and I was like, that is so rad. Because if he'd have got I was so worried he wouldn't sell a wind chime on one of the day, and I'd be like, he got skunked, man. And he'd be so mad. No. He'd been so grumpy, but he sold 5, and then it was like the last hour of the festival, we had 1 wind chime, and I'm out there like haggling, just yelling, we gotta get rid of this thing. We don't have room in our car to fit this thing. And then some artist lady, is it Tammy?
Paid you just to shut you the fuck up.
From San Francisco. She's like, I like art. I'll support.
How could you not be fired up about what you're doing, dude? Do you have any over there? Do you have that box?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got...
I don't know if that's going to be in the shot. They're super cool. I have one under the palapa here. You can show it right here on this camera. I just hold it up, yeah. So talk about those.
I mean, basically, they're wind chimes that I make out of broken drum cymbals. I don't know, a bunch of years ago, I was trying to figure out what to get my wife for her birthday, honestly, and we were kind of short on cash. And
no shit.
And I was just like, I can probably make a wind chime. So I made this wind chime, and it was the ugliest thing you've seen in your fucking life. It was horrible, but it sounded really cool. And
just all duct taped and fucking.
It wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad. So yeah, I made that one, and I don't know, I was almost going to scrap it and not even give it to her. And then I was, but it sounds cool. So I gave it to her and she was into it. And then just kind of talking to people, I showed some people and they were like, oh, that's really cool. And I just kind of kept going from there, just getting, better designs, better ideas, doing different stuff. And then, so now most recently what I've been trying to do is get people to, famous drummers to sign them, donate their broken cymbals that they've used, whatever, recording or on tour or whatever, and sign them for me. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. And
so who signed that one?
So
you got Bad Cop,
yeah,
right?
This is Myra from Bad Cop. Yep. And then right now I've got a handful. So Mike Canberra from Death by Stereo, he was the first one we reached out to, and he got back to me. He was super generous, donated 20 cymbals, I think, or 15 cymbals, something like that. A ton of cymbals, signed a bunch of them. That was super cool. And he kind of put me in touch with some other folks too. I got Cassie from Venomous Pinks. We got Tiny from Anthony Tiny from the Dickies and TSOL. I actually have one cymbal left at my house that I'm kind of waiting to do something special with. I've got the drummer for you know metal at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember I'm trying to think of
the band?
Yeah, all of his bands.
So Gene Hoglan.
Sorry. Yeah, Gene Hoglan.
Fender drops the fucking ball off.
You ready to play or what?
Let's do this.
Like, shut the fuck up and throw the ball.
He was in Death Clock, so like Metalocalypse. He did all the drumming on the recordings for Metalocalypse.
Strapping Young Lads.
Death.
Death.
Old Man's Child. Didn't do Old Man's Child?
He might have done one
Did I
Old
make
Man's
that up?
Child. No, I think he did
But
one.
Testament is his main.
That's what he's doing.
gig.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about those, dude. I have one right over here. It's going to be out of the shot, but it's always there. And sometimes I have to take it down because in the background of Palapalooza, people that listen a lot, you can hear like a little chime in the background, and I like it. But dude, they are so brilliant. Like really, it's just such a creative thing, dude. You cut out the bell, right, as the top for a lot of them, and that one has a stick, right?
Yeah,
as
so
the
this
top.
one I put a stick in. Yeah, and it's just different pieces of the cymbal.
Brilliant.
The one I have has a bunch of drum pedal,
Like hardware stuff,
kick pedal hardware pieces on it and stuff.
Super creative idea, dude. How long have you been doing that again? When was the first one for the wife?
Maybe 5 years ago.
Okay. Cool. Keep hustling that because I really do think that's like a multi-million-dollar idea. No bullshit.
It's rad. I mean, like
if
those
someone were
things
to
are
pick it up-
scrap. Nothing happens.
Everybody
to
keeps
them
telling me you should
once
charge
they're
more for
broken.
those, and I'm like, I don't
Charge a
wanna
little bit more. I'm gonna grab that one. So bad cop. That one's all mine.
Yeah,
That'll
you
be-
can do this one. All right.
Yeah, for sure. That's it. I just like the stick. I think that's dope. But cool. Wind Rhythm. And once again, Saturday going down the 13th annual punk rock food drive. That's going to be amazing.
It's gonna be good.
I have a wedding until 5, but I'm going to swing by after that. It's going until 10,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's till
Yeah,
10.
10 is the outside,
10,
and then the
11.
after party will be
Dope.
It's right after.
Yeah, right
like
after
10 to 11
inside.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Dope.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hang that up. I want to play a quick game with you guys, all right? You punk rockers, you.
Oh, shoot.
We're going to play Local Love, all right? I'm
Oh,
going to play.
gosh.
I know.
This is where you don't know any of your peers. Let's go.
And it's not, I don't want to call you guys out or make you look bad or anything, but it's also a way to promote some local punk rock music.
For sure.
So I'm going to play a small clip of a local punk rock band, and I actually reached out to a few friends, Mitch Fishing for Chips,
Yeah.
Todd Fallen Monuments, who knows, maybe they'll be on this little game here. Local Love. Okay, here we go. Local punk rock band, try to guess it.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is Fallen Monuments.
Oh, no!
Ready, Set, Survive.
I didn't hear some vocals.
They're brothers.
Oh, it's Punch Card.
It's Punch Card.
See, I like those kind of clues.
They just played the house party. Did you see that, Josh from Himmelberg's? Do you know Josh?
Oh, yeah, I know.
He just
I
had a
remember
rad,
he was running Himmelberg's, but I never met him.
Yeah, he had a rad house party punch card play.
I like those kind of hints.
Okay.
Like the hints that have
Like
nothing to do with the
like the
sound
name
of
of the
music.
fucking band member kind of thing.
Yeah.
2 seconds, Bob.
All right, so the
Starts with
last
a B,
4
ends with a
digits
B.
of this guy's social is 5736.
Okay, you should know this one.
I know this. This is fucking Urethane.
This is Urethane. Who will
This
be?
is Wyoming by Urethane.
You're definitely going to get all these, not me. I'm fucking
He's on it.
terrible
He's
at
on
this
it.
shit.
This
I
is a
really
good song.
like Carousel a lot on this album.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that one.
Good album.
Yeah.
So that's Urethane. They're headlining Saturday.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
these guys, they recorded that with Camera Webb, and I just recorded the we were in there right before them with Sick Waiting recording that, but
Right.
nobody knows about it yet because Jared Stinson is traveling the world working for Live Nation. So next year,
is
the
that
new
right?
Sick Waiting from Camera Webb will come out. And
Sick.
And it'll be Jason on bass.
Cameron Webb just shapes freaking.
He's incredible, right? He's working with
yeah.
Bad Religion, I think, and a few other, maybe not,
He might
Pennywise.
be, but he's done Pennywise, Lagwagon, No Effects. He just did the new Ignite with Eli. With Eli
I
singing.
think Bad
and stuff.
Cop was just doing some stuff with them too, weren't they?
Maybe
Or Venomous
last
Pinks,
gang
or-
did the Venomous Pinks are last gang. Like he just turns hits, man, and like you're listening to raw mixes in that room, and you're like, you just knew what to do here. So I'm sorry that distracted me because it sounds like his
It's
great
all
stuff.
good. I'm so stoked for Chad, man. Like I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like they're kind of blowing up.
I was stoked. Like
They just played with Pennywise, right?
Yeah.
And fucking
Totally.
Jim
Strung
has been
out.
on a song with them, and
Yeah.
Jim got up on stage and sang with them.
I
Like
got
it's dope.
Toby on their album from H2O.
Yep.
But I love that. I love Urethane that all the guys in that band who are not Steve Caballero are like San Diego lifers who
Absolutely.
deserve everything they're getting.
And super
right now.
nice
Tim
too.
War Fever.
If they were a bunch of young 22-year-old YouTube freaking savants, I'd be like, damn it,
face tattoos and shit.
damn it. But I'm
And
stoked.
then you
I'm
got
stoked for
Dylan
those
Wade
guys.
from the Bomb Pops, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Great band. And Steve Caballero, dude, I had him
Yeah.
over. Fucking legend and
Yeah.
super modest dude. Like
Yeah,
really cool
super
guy,
nice
man.
guy.
Yeah,
we
really
met him
nice.
out at Punk Rock Bowling, and yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me get this over so I don't have to keep turning my fucking... Okay, here we go. Local love, punk rock band.
Fallen Monuments.
Jesus, you love them, huh? I do too. Todd lives right there.
Does he?
Todd lives... I can fucking throw a ball. Todd lives like right there.
Is this fishing for chips?
It is!
I can just feel Mitch smiling on me.
One of the most energetic local
Too much
punk rock
charisma,
bands.
man. I just want
Too much cocaine?
Charisma, yeah.
I just want like a bucket of it to just
Me and
douse
Larry
myself
are
with.
always chatting. Larry, the drummer,
Yeah.
and Chris Dykes, and Daniel. That's one of my favorite bands. I love you. Super fun live too.
This is Strike 12.
Yeah, dude, right on. So you know the bands.
I told you he's going to get them all.
Strike 12 will be playing Saturday. These guys are fucking really good,
They're
dude.
really good, yeah. And they're fucking hilarious.
This is called the Beer Pong Song by Strike 12. Good stuff. This one's gonna be tough, so listen up. Listen real close. It's gonna be tough for you guys.
Oh, I'm in. Yeah, I saw this coming. This sounds like garbage.
Ready, Set, Survive. It's called Ready, Set, Survive.
I don't think anyone's going to survive this, man.
This is Parade of Horribles. Check them out. 2-piece bass. And I saw you guys live at the Punk Rock Food Drive for the first time 2 years ago.
Yeah. That was a good set. That was a good set.
No shit. Like, you really fill in the sound with your bass, dude.
Yeah, it's so I do 2 amps, so one's mostly bass stuff and one's a half stack doing distorted ugly stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
You guys are great.
Yeah, and that kind of stuff you just reference is like, we've done some albums before where we put a bunch of guitar and whale samples and all kinds of bullshit on it, but
Whale samples?
Probably.
Like a fucking whale
It's like
in the ocean?
It's
There's
like
definitely a rain stick in one.
What
of
is
them.
that? Like a...
It's like Dewey Cox Rock Hard shit, where it's like, we're gonna need 36 more goats. Like that's how I know the albums that I do on my own are done. So I've tried to like get other people to do a lot of the work for me because I get too carried away. But
Rad.
so that album and the new one we got coming out are a lot more like faithful to the whole 2-man band thing, where it's like what you hear is what you get, and that's what it's gonna sound like when you see us live. So that's cool.
Sick, dude. I'm a big fan.
There's a drill too.
Oh yeah, there's a drill on. Like
You guys
one of
put
our
a drill in the background.
Yeah.
On, not the new album, in an old album. It's on We Mice Cheese.
It's
I think.
not.
Nice.
It's not a Van Halen Pound Cake tribute. It's more a tribute to Ministry Thieves. A lot of drill sounds on Ministry Thieves.
Okay.
So there.
Parade of
Clear
Horribles
that
again.
up.
He said it.
Clear that up.
People were wondering.
That's been
man.
bugging me. I'm driving down the road. They're like, "What's with the drill?" Like it's not pound
What the
cake,
fucking
dude.
drill? All right, this one's gonna be tough.
Let's follow monuments.
About fucking time. It took you long enough, man. That's Fallen Monuments, dude. I just ran into Gary at.
I was just thinking, that's Gary.
The Music Box. Yeah, super good singer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Don't they do like a Tears for Fears cover or something? Maybe he does personally.
Yeah, they do an '80s Milky Way, Under the Milky.
Oh, okay, that's the
Is it
one.
Milky Way?
That's
Under
not.
the
That's not
Milky
Tears for
Way
Fears. But yeah.
yeah. Good stuff. We love you guys. Here's another legendary local band. You should know these guys. I can give you a clue in 5 seconds. Produced by Marcos Curiel of POD.
Oh, this is Boss Fight.
Boss Fight. Just had them on. They were down for their Soda Bar show.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
They were supposed to play this food drive. We like
Were they?
early promised them a
confirmed,
spot.
and then I kind of blew it and fucking dropped the ball on it. And then by the time we got back around, I was talking to Dave, and they can't make it out, unfortunately. But next year.
I just saw that Boss Fight is playing with Authority Zero on December 19th, I think.
Brian's trying to get us a couple tickets for raffling too.
Cool.
To that show. So
That's gonna be a good one.
So go to the Punk Rock Food Drive and you can win tickets to go see Boss Fight with Authority Zero.
Here, we'll do one more, all right?
Okay.
Sounds like War Fever.
It is War Fever.
This guy. Nailing it.
Shout out to
Wait.
BJ
There it is.
and all the guys.
Oh, I love BJ.
One of them more energetic. I think BJ takes his clothes off when he plays, right? Live.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Just gotta get that torso out.
So they did the secret / invite only 2020 food drive.
Sick. Where
Yeah,
was that
it was at
Legacy?
Legacy in the
Yeah,
back
it's at
alley.
Legacy.
Yeah.
You've had it at other venues, right? The Punk Rock Food Drive?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, we started doing. Initially, we were doing like bars and stuff. So we did.
It started at Bar Lucadian and Encinitas, and then we did a boar crossing year.
We did a Hensley's.
Oh no, we did Hensley's Flying Elephant. That was a good spot for it too.
And we did Boar's Crossing.
Where is that?
It's
gone now, but the Hensley's, you mean?
Yeah.
Or, it was off of Tamarack in Carlsbad.
Oh, okay.
The building's there. I don't even think anything's there now. Like Stag and Lion closed, so like they turned it into a sports bar, and then they started doing like kind of acoustic only shows. There weren't any full stage, or they basically drywalled over the stage and threw some TVs on it. So
no shit.
So we went to a brewery. I went to Iron Fist one time, and I was asking them for a donation, and I was talking to the gal, and she was like, "Well, have you ever thought about doing it at a brewery?" And we're like, "No, but maybe." And then. So from then on, because the cool thing about breweries is it's all ages,
right? And
so people could still have their their beers and hang out and drink and stuff, but they can bring their kids,
totally,
which completely changed the dynamic of the whole thing, basically. And that was what 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2017. We did 2016 was a peer review year, so we did bars still, and then we did 2017 and 18 were both at Iron Fist. We were doing 2 a year, so sometimes when things are good, we do 2 a year. That was always the goal because food banks get super dry in the springtime. Like right now it's holidays and everybody thinks about caring and giving and stuff, but then we wanted to do a mid-year one, and we were pretty consistent with that for a while, and then we started taking breaks because we started touring and just writing stuff, and our families missed us and things like that.
I mean, eventually we'll do a mid-year, but I think the idea now is we'll do a mid-year maybe someplace else.
We'll just do little baby ones.
Yeah.
Another city?
Yeah, maybe? Vegas or maybe up in the Bay Area. We had a small Bay one that we had planned pre-COVID, and then COVID hit and everything kind of fell apart. We didn't end up getting to do it, but so down the road, that's the idea, is to do smaller food drives other places and maybe make them bigger as well, and get local people in the area that can support and help kind of grow it there.
Totally. Worldwide.
You got it.
You guys are overachievers for sure.
We try.
You're inspiring. You really are. I think it's rad. I've told you that several times, but keep it up.
Thank you.
No end in sight to Punk Rock Food Drive?
No, not yet.
There's still hungry people out there, unfortunately.
Hey, right?
Still waiting for those 401ks.
And what's unfortunate as all hell is that the homeless situation here in San Diego has gotten more out of control, I think.
Yeah, big time.
Here, everywhere.
The tents, I didn't see those when I was a kid.
Yeah, they're moving them around a lot up in Oceanside. Like, people are on the side of the freeway, and then they're kicked out. Then they're on the inside of the freeway, then they're kicked out. Then they're on the sidewalk, and then they're kicked out. So it's like, they're just moving around a lot. Yeah.
Count your blessings.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you guys for your hard work. It's getting dark, and we're shooting video, so we got to wrap this up. Plus, you guys are going to be on radio.
We're
gonna not just podcast. You're going to be on
through the airwaves,
FM radio,
like freaking FDR,
FM, not even AM.
Fireside chat, straight through the airwaves.
Love me some Tim Piles, man.
Sure.
Should I put this turkey hat on before we go?
Oh, you definitely
probably
should.
Better.
I mean, it is that time of year, folks. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, happy.
This Saturday, once again, shout out all the details. Saturday, the 13th annual Punk Rock Food Drive.
1 o'clock, doors open, 2 p.m., music, 9 bands. You got Blind Mountain Holler, Lucid Dream, Parade of Horribles, Death of California, No Captains, Lowbrow, Strike 12, and Urethane.
Bravo.
Hit Priest inside for the after party.
He's got it.
Tons of vendors, tons of raffles and auctions. You could win tattoos. You could win gift cards to go eat at your favorite restaurant or brewery. And that's the point, is that you don't even know this is your favorite restaurant or brewery.
Until you
go. And you're going to come here, win this stuff, and then find out all these great places you get to eat, or your new favorite hair salon follicle artist, that kind of thing. This is the things that happen at Punk Rock Food Drive. I've met the people who cut my hair and become friends because they offered to donate, and that's honestly one of the best parts about the raffle stuff, is like just the people we know who support us and help do this, and who have become friends over the years from that aspect of it. So that'll be there. There'll be food, beer, friends.
Music.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
And for a good cause.
It's $10. We ask you to bring some food to donate. We'll give you some raffle tickets. But yeah, we're just raising food and funds for the North County Food Bank so that we could provide meals for people who may not know where their next meal is coming from. So
North County Food Bank, is that the guy with the beautiful mustache? that I see on the TV, or is that another one?
I think they just got a new CEO.
Did they?
James Flores was the CEO for a long time. They just got a new guy.
You know who I'm talking about, though?
I don't know.
No,
Maybe it was a different guy.
I don't know if your gauge of mustache beauty is the same as mine.
I think it was a different one, but I do like runs and stuff too, and there was always a spokesperson that would always come out. I mean, for the food bank.
Yeah, he had a good mustache. It's
like
a little salt and pepper mustache.
Yeah, but salt and pepper.
Little curly hair. He's got salt and pepper everywhere.
What runs do you do?
But yeah,
like
different. We did the San Diego Run for the Homeless downtown. I DJ it too for free. I've done it. It's on Thanksgiving, so it's like a 10K.
Nice.
And I would DJ it. I'd run it, and then I'd just kind of put it on automation.
So it's always on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Thanksgiving morning downtown. It's the one that they shut downtown down for.
Are you doing it this year?
I haven't heard from them, so I don't.
You did it last year?
No.
Okay, 2019.
No, didn't do it last year.
I'm doing...
That's why I got this hat, because I always fucking go down there and I DJ and I MC, and you got to have some
flair.
Some flair, dude.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the San Diego half in March.
Is that the one, the rock and roll?
No. I don't know. Rock and roll is usually in June, I think.
Doing a half marathon?
Yeah, I've done them. I've done
have you?
6 or 7 before, I guess. Yeah.
Have you? 13.1.
Yeah.
I did one. Brutal.
Yeah, I did.
And that's when I was really going, and it was still difficult for me, dude.
I did the Triple Crown one year, so that was cool. I did Carlsbad, La Jolla, and then America's Finest.
In 1 year?
Yeah.
How long does it take to run 13 miles?
Fucking
4 hours
took me
or
like
something?
Just depends. No,
2.5.
Sorry.
No, the 10. It depends.
It's like a marathon.
It really depends.
Yeah.
But it took me. I like to jog the whole way. That's kind of the challenge for me. Like, I'll slow it down, but I like the fact of like not stopping.
Right. Yeah.
And
I agree. I'm kind of. It's like the.
It's a challenge
for sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, anyone could walk it.
Right. In the time frame, maybe.
Not anyone, and not everyone does that. And I hate to discourage anyone that walks it, but I feel like it's cool. It's fun.
For me, I'm about a 10-minute pace. If I can stay in that 10-minute pace,
good for you.
I'm pretty happy with it.
I didn't know you were a jogger.
Yeah.
I used to be before COVID.
Well, I got to get back into it. It's been it's been a few.
I don't know what happened, but I totally fell off from jogging.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I did the other day and it felt good. Fucking exercise is great. I've just been lazy.
Just easy to not.
I've been very
sometimes.
lazy.
It's super easy to not do.
Yeah, totally.
Same with eating unhealthy. It's like just so easy.
I think they're making it easier and easier too. Just Uber Eats it. We'll just freaking what's the other one? DoorDash or something. It's like so easy now.
Totally.
You don't have to go out.
I started doing DoorDash and then I checked myself. I'm like, bro, no.
I would get weirded out by it. I feel like I think I just grew up in like give the pizza guy cash or a check era where it's like I can't just take this food. Like I gotta give them something.
My kids are the worst, man. They'll fucking DoorDash like a single coffee. Like some guy will show up with a fucking single coffee. Like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, what the, for Justin? I'm like, all right, whatever.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I was actually that guy the other day.
Nice.
Coffee and donuts.
That's terrible.
I know. I agree. Anyways, dude, nice chilling with you guys as always. Nice to have you back. Fucking post-COVID era.
Yep.
It's been crazy. You can't believe it's been 2 years. Like what a long 2 years, huh?
Yeah.
Since we talked last.
I was asking my family a month ago. I was like, "Hey, can you just help me with something real quick?" So like the March where we stopped living like normal people, was that this March or was it last March? And that was last March.
I get mixed up too. Like, was that 2019 or was that 2020? 2020 was the year that sucked.
Yeah.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, most of 2021.
I stopped saying last year. I just started saying back then.
Back then.
In the olden days, yeah.
Yeah, in the before times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys, you haven't slowed down, so props to you. And I hope Saturday's a great turnout. I know it will be.
It should be.
I'll see you guys out there.
Cool. Well, thank you so much,
thanks,
Troy.
Troy.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Peace out. Yep.
We are falling apart. Is this a chance to build? Can't protest, can't observe.